And we begin in the Big Apple, where some of New York City's wealthiest residents are understandably enraged after local officials announced plans to install a controversial homeless shelter and right in the middle of their exclusive neighborhood. Now, according to reports, a bunch of angry citizens in the ritzy Upper East Side district of Manhattan were completely blindsided and immediately infuriated when a local community board initially made their scheme public just a couple of short weeks ago, giving them very little time to react. At first, the board revealed plans to install a 200-bed facility for homeless men directly in the heart of the swanky neighborhood before opening it for business early next month. After changing their minds, they now say the shelter will house single women only, that it's going to be the first of its kind in the district, and that it's going to be opening up in April instead. Well, as you might expect, public outrage concerning the move kicked into overdrive almost instantly, with angry locals gathering thousands of petition signatures to oppose the facility while loudly voicing their concerns over safety issues, a lack of transparency in the planning process, and a bunch more. Now, among their chief worries, that the shelter is located in close proximity to a Home Depot warehouse where disturbed homeless people, they'd be able to easily get their hands on a variety of potentially dangerous makeshift weapons. What are they going to get? A bucket of paint and some lumber? They also point out that the shelter is right around the corner from a number of schools and daycare centers as well, a valid concern. Furthermore, some people now pinning the blame squarely on the shoulders of the city's new mayor, Zoran Mamdani. Yeah, Mamdani strikes again. They say that even though they're lifelong Democrats, it's entirely disheartening to see these kinds of irresponsible decisions picking up steam under his burgeoning socialist regime. Now, for their part, Mamdani's Department of Homeless Services is defending the new facility with all their might. They say there's currently no time limit required for notifying people about new homeless shelters, that the 8-floor facility will be highly secure and patrolled by dozens of professional staff members as well, and that residents will be forced to adhere to a very strict protocol concerning drugs, alcohol, also visitors, and, as you can imagine, a bunch more. Final thought, and this is the News Roundup Lowdown. There's something in life called the NIMBY paradox. Get to that in just a bit. Now, look, here's the deal. It's a new world. There are homeless people everywhere. It's a crisis, and everyone agrees that something's got to be done. Most people, likewise, also agree that homeless shelters are a great way to get people off the streets, and it's only humane to lend a hand to those who are down on their luck. Now, look at what the shelters do. They give the unhoused a short-term place to stay, some grub for their belly, a hot shower, and a bunch more. Most of the shelters, they're free. And so, if you play by the rules, curfew, sobriety, and some other junk, it's an unbeatable deal. And in my mind, everybody wins. There's also this. When people go into the homeless shelters, they're off the streets, away from drugs. They're being fed and maybe even getting some job counseling or some training. Basically, they're getting a free do-over and a second chance at life, and that benefits absolutely everybody. The only conflict is as we mentioned, the NIMBY paradox. The rich folks on the Upper East Side, New York, they're 2 thumbs up on homeless shelters over there in Brooklyn or the Bronx or East Harlem. But NIMBY, not in my backyard. That means no shelters in fancy zip codes. I say calm down, think this through, don't be daft, and you gotta have a heart. Homeless people can suffer on the street. They can freeze, starve, panhandle, and be a health and safety hazard in your neighborhood. Or they can live a life of dignity, score a chance to get back in the game in a respectable, warm, and cozy, safe environment. Again, think it through. Hey, Bill Thomas here. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. And don't forget to check out our channel, News Roundup with Bill Thomas. And that's where you can catch our full program and more videos. And we'll see you right back here next time.